outside, it's not too bad. It's the calm before the storm. We're fixing to have a big winter storm next week, and the temperatures are going to get down to around 0. But I'm here at the Cabin Fever Rod Run. It's going to be taking place right here in the Knoxville Expo Center, and we're going to see if we can find some cool stuff. And right now I'm just kind of walking through the parking lot and checking out some of the stuff for sale out here. So this is a 67 Ford Fairlane convertible project. It's just waiting for somebody to snap up out here. Here's a car you don't see very often. This is a Mercury Comet Caliente, and this is also a convertible and also for sale. $12,000. Well, let's go in and see what we can find here at the Cabin Fever Car and Bike Show. Judging from the crowd that was in the parking lot, all the cars parked out there, this is going to be a pretty good show. This is not a huge show, but it's always very, very popular. It's a unique little ride. This is a 1915 Model T Speedster. This is from the brass era of Model Ts. And this is what would be considered a race car of that era. Very cool. Very nicely restored piece there. And they have a bit of a swap meet over here. It's not huge, but they have always some cool stuff in the swap meet. Nice little street rod right here. Man, there are tons and tons of people here. Like I said, very popular show, but it makes it a little difficult to get around the cars here. But this is always very, very popular. Right over here we've got the swap meet, so I'm gonna kind of pilfer around, see if I can find any parts that I might need. Found a unique item right here in the swap meet. Ancient, one-of-a-kind Egyptian artifact found in King Tut's tomb, November 26, 1922. Priceless, who knew? But today, only $78. I don't know, I don't think that was in King Tut's tomb. Well, there's an interesting conversation piece. Oh man, I love this 1958 Impala. Black on red interior, and there is that iconic steering wheel. Those are so popular with hot rodders. Got the wide white walls back here, and the spare tire back here on the back. Here's a little info about it. Very, very nicely restored car. I'm not a huge TriFive Chevy guy, but I really dig the color combo on this one. That white with the red and gray interior is just perfect. And this one is expertly restored. So far, this has been one of my favorite vehicles here. And I'm not even a Mopar guy, but I just love the color combo and the lines of this 1958 Dodge Coronet. And it's got the little baby red Ram Hemi in it. Very cool car. One of my favorites here, and also a very rare car. This is a 1957 Ford Fairlane Skylander, retractable hardtop. So that whole top folds back here in the trunk, and then you can close the trunk lid on it right there. And cruise just like a ragtop. Man, I really like this 1969 AMX. This is Matador red, if I'm not mistaken. And it's red on red. This your car?
This is our car.
What's your name?
Beverly Kelly.
Good to meet you. Tell me a little bit about this car.
My husband has had this car for 53 years.
53 years.
He bought it from the original owner.
Now, how long have you been married?
26.
He's had the car a whole lot longer than you.
A whole lot longer than me. He bought it from the original owner in 1971.
Wow.
So in 1969, they made about 8,300 of these total. And of that 8,300, about 2,200 is the combination of a 390 automatic.
Okay.
So it came with factory air, power steering, tilt wheel, and disc brakes. And that's probably pretty fancy for 1969.
Yeah, sure was.
So of that 2,200, there's about 550 that's the red on red combination.
So what is this color on that?
It's called Matador,
Matador red.
And that's the original color.
Oh, I love it.
So he drove it for the first 10 years that he owned the car. And then his son was born. So he parked it for 37 years. It sat outside for 37 years. So in 2017, we took it down to the bare frame, and it's a total restoration, back to complete original. 90% of what you see on it is his original parts. Wow.
And what kind of shape was it in when you started on it?
I have a picture of it.
Oh, you got some... Okay, let's take a look.
So this is what 37 years of sitting outdoors looks like.
Wow.
You can faintly see the original white striping. So it was a frame-off restoration. So a group was working on the body work while another gentleman was redoing the interior, and my husband and another gentleman was rebuilding the engine.
Okay.
Took about 2 years for the complete restoration.
Very cool. What a great project and restoration. Thank you so much for telling us about it. Enjoy the show. Man, check out this big old pink Cadillac. You gonna take this one home?
No, I got enough already.
I love it. Between last week at World of Wheels in Chattanooga and this week, I think the Volkswagen bugs are taking over. Been several here today at this show. And out of those, this, so far, has been my favorite. This is a 1967. I don't know a whole lot about Volkswagens, and I'll be the first to tell you, but I know what I like. And I like this one. That blue and white paint scheme spills right over into the interior. And this thing is just killer. I see a very interesting car up here. This is a 1973 Volkswagen Thing, or also referred to as a Model 181. I like the paint job on this, kind of a matte army green. These were imported into the United States only 2 years, 1973 and 1974. And this is the earlier model, and you can tell that by the absence of the heater boxes back here in the back. The 74s had a big old box right here on the outside protruding, and that's a dead giveaway on the year. This is the earlier 1973 model. Right back here is probably one of the best custom lead sleds that I've seen in a while, and that's custom with a K, y'all. This is a 1949 Ford Shoebox. Right here is the owner of it. What's your name, sir?
Jimmy Warren.
Good to meet you.
Yes, you too.
Tell us a little bit about your car.
Okay, from about here up, this is 56 Oldsmobile.
Okay.
This is 49 Mercury. This is 55 DeSoto. Now on the DeSoto they took out 2 teeth and then beat it to match the Ford profile. The bumper guards are 54 Kaiser.
Kaiser?
Yeah, they stand this way on the Kaiser, and they've been reconfigured to stand up straight.
I see. I see also the hood's been radiused right here.
The corners have been rounded. It's been peaked. There's 6 inches out of the top in the front, 7.5 inches out in the back. The B-pillar's been leaned forward. The rear wind wing has been taken out, and the solid piece fixed glass put there. The side trim is 55 Pontiac Chieftain. And if you come back here, it's got a 56 Oldsmobile dash that wraps into the door. The newest part on it is the 65 Chevrolet steering wheel.
I see.
It's also tilt.
Okay.
It has disc brakes, power steering.
I see you've got the twin spotlights up there too.
Those are actually not spotlights, and there's a story behind that.
Okay.
Back in the day, early in California, they were trying to take hot rodders off the street. So they said only police cars and emergency vehicles could have spotlights. If you had a spotlight on your car, they would give you a ticket. So being the enterprising guys we were, and wanting to thumb our nose at the cops to start with, we went home and they sawed off the handle.
I see.
You notice there's no handle inside.
I see that, yeah.
And they took the light bulb and wiring out. And then they went out on the street just waiting to get pulled over. That's not a spotlight.
Yep, very cool.
Back here, we took a 50 door. Now, normally on 49 Ford, they have a cap that stuck out right here.
Right.
That definitely wasn't cool. So we took a 50 door and then just slicked that up even more. We took the notch out of it. The side trim is 55 Pontiac Chieftain. The taillights have been Frenched with 54 Buick double bullet taillights. Now these are glass.
Okay.
100 years from now, they'll still be here.
Yeah.
Override on the bumper is 55 Pontiac. Of course, the trunk's been fully upholstered. Behind this curtain, which comes down, I keep everything to make it look good.
I see, yeah. So tell us a little bit about the engine.
Okay. It has a triangulated 4-link in the back here with pullover shocks. It's a 350 Chevrolet running a TH350 transmission. It's been bored to 353. It has a cross ram manifold, was originally made in 1957 from Edelbrock.
No less than 6 Stromberg 97s on it.
6 Stromberg 97s are correct. Now they all work. Fake carburetors like a fake mustache, you know.
Yeah.
So they all work, but not the same way, not all at the same time. You run on the center 2 until you get up to half throttle. Then the 4 outboards start to open. When the center 2 comes to full throttle, they catch up and all 6 are full throttle.
I see.
Now I've also disconnected the accelerator pumps on the 4 outboard so you don't get that extra squirt every time you hit the accelerator pump. They run 043 jets in these. Center 2 runs 065s. Now, when running Stromberg carburetor, you've got to have fuel pressure regulator.
Yes.
Put a big electric pump on that, don't work at all. That's why they got a bad reputation. If you set that for 2.5 pounds, They work perfectly.
Yep.
The first come out in 1937. The most tunable carburetor you can.
Yep.
Preferred by most racers back in the 50s.
Yep.
You can even tune the accelerator pump jack.
Yep.
On these carburetors.
Very cool. Thank you so much for telling us about your car, sir.
Glad to help.
Over here we got a couple of Fox body Mustang drag cars, and next to those, probably in my estimation, one of the most incredible vehicles here. This is a 1936 Plymouth Convertible. It's got a 6.1 liter Hemi in it. Check out that neon green accent lighting on the interior. It is for sale, but I will say the owner stated that he has more than $300,000 invested in this car. Absolutely outstanding quality. Man, what a cool lifted C10. Appears to be a factory four-wheel drive. This looks like a truck alley over here. Several parked right in a row. One of these days, my bucket list truck is a C10, I believe. Nice Ford F100 right here beside it. And over here, there's a really interesting truck. Looks like a 46, I believe, Ford. Diesel powered though. Actually, I think that I've seen this truck before and actually talked to the owner at the Allard Pumpkin Festival. Very cool truck, and bonus points for functional smokestacks on it. Here's a vehicle you're not going to see every day. This is a 1936 Dodge pickup. It's got a flathead 6 in it with a little hop-up equipment on it. Very unusual color. I dare say that's not an original color. Although the truck itself is pretty much a restored truck with a couple of liberties taken as far as the speed equipment and stuff. But I've always liked this body style on these trucks. LED headlights too. It's a little bit of a modern concession for safety's sake, I guess. Beautiful truck though. Tons of muscle cars here today. And I really love this one. This is a 1967 Olds 442. So you can see the badge right there. Really like this shade of blue. And it's got the original style steel wheels on it with the red line tire, which is a very nice contrast to the blue. A lot of folks think that that 442 is the engine size, but it is not. I know what it means. Do you? Comment down in the comment section below if you know. Let everybody else know. This one is blue on black interior, and it is an automatic. Love the body style of these old 442s. And right back here, and keeping with the muscle car theme right here, here is a Pontiac GTO. This one has the actual window sticker. I'm sure that's probably a reproduction, but it looks like the hardtop coupe model was $2,935, and the total down here at the bottom, $3,965. Man, wouldn't it be nice to get one for that price nowadays? Here is an excellent little bit of contrast for you right here. We have a behemoth of a jacked up truck right here, and behind it, look at this little baby Austin Mini pickup. I don't know if I could even fit in this one, but it is really cool. I'm going to bet that you're not going to find another 1963 Chevy II four-door in this kind of shape with only 53,000 original miles on it. Man, this is one black beauty right here. Big block Chevy powered in this little C10. Black on red interior. Really nice little 1940 Ford coupe right here. And behind it is probably my favorite, what I would call a Boulevard Cruiser. This is probably my favorite one on the place. This is a 1956 Buick. It's got a nail head in it right there. And my favorite thing about these cars, those bullet holes right there on the side. These things are land yachts though. Got a little Falcon over here. Always like those cars. Several fine Fords right here in this area. Got a 69 Ranchero GT right here. It's got a 351 lurking under the hood. Really nice original car. Nothing too spectacular about it, but what's in the bed is my favorite thing on the whole place. This is an early 60s twin engine racing go-kart. Man, this thing is incredible. Looks like it even has the original Firestone slicks on it. And look at the technology in early 60s. It's got rack and pinion steering on it. And look at the use of the cast aluminum parts like the gas pedal and brake pedal right there, as well as the little footwells down there mounted atop the rack and pinion. And it looks like it is in original condition. I don't know how much has been done to restore this little go-kart, but it is absolutely incredible. And like I said, I think this is my favorite thing here on the place today. Next to it, there is a 1967 Mustang GT 500. Pretty rare car. This was one of less than 800 with this color on it. And this is an original paint car. So this is a pretty rare piece right here. And next to it is a 1966 Ford Fairlane 500. Pretty basic car. It even has the steel wheels and the basic hubcaps on it. Again, an original paint car, but it's what's under the hood that makes it really special. It's got a Paxton supercharger on it. It's not a factory option per se in 1966, but it could be ordered through the parts department and you could have it installed there at the dealership. Like I said, this is an original paint car and it even has the original interior. And I think it only has about 23 or 24,000 original miles on it. There's several really cool dragsters here in this row of cars. Starting out with this 1940 Ford. It's got some cool World War II era style graphics right there on the door and some heavy green metal flake paint on it. Got a little Chevy II right here. Check out that helmet right there they got. And back here we've got a Nova. And again, very, very unique. One unique little thing about it, this looks to be like a truck bed liner. Like a Line X or Rhino liner or something that they've got simulating a vinyl top. And that looks really good, actually. I'm really digging this little Baja Bug right here. I think I would daily drive this. Really cool. Kind of a root beer brown metallic. I don't know how well the camera will pick up the color of that. Love the Hot Wheels graphic on there. It just looks like a life-size Hot Wheels itself. And it is for sale. Don't know what the price is on it, but that would be a whole lot of fun to drive. Check out this little Vega race car. Small block Chevy powered. This is a 1977 Vega station wagon. And it is dubbed the Tangerine Machine 5. Hey y'all, thanks for coming along with me and checking out the Cabin Fever Car and Bike Show in Knoxville, Tennessee. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And until next time, y'all get out there and build something.